Hi guys, I am wearing the same outfit as I have been for the past like 3 videos I think, or the next 3 videos, whichever order this goes into. And it's because I don't want to change. It's too hot. It is like almost 100 degrees outside. And I am just pre-filming because I'm about to go into labor any day now. I'm 38 weeks. I just want to get out videos and I look pretty today. And I have help watching Reese right now. Rusty's at home and he's not busy, so he's helping me. Not helping me, he's being a dad. He's being a dad and letting me film. But usually Reese has been like super clingy lately to me and he like will not let me part with him. So that's what I mean by like he's helping me, because Reese is finally not attached to my hip. I have not had time to film, or I have not had like the willpower to film. I've been so drained, like I've said in like the past like 4 videos. I have been super sick. I'm all better now. I still have like a cough and stuff, but like I'm just, this 9 months of pregnant, like this 9th month, these last like 2 weeks have just been rough. Like I'm so done with being pregnant. So today, if you guys can't tell by the title, these are things that I'm gonna be doing differently as a 2nd time mom, not a 4th time mom, a 2nd time mom. There's a lot of things that I'm doing differently this time around, or like I plan to do differently. He's not here yet, so like we'll see. But these are things that I plan on doing differently. I made a little list on my phone of all the things that I'm gonna be doing differently. These are all things that I did with Reese or didn't do, well, these are all things that I either didn't do with Reese that I wish I had and learned that I should have, or I did with Reese and I realized that I should not have. Does that make sense? That I should not have. The first thing is that he is definitely getting off the bottle at 1 year. The reasoning for this, 2 reasons actually. One is because I learned that it could cause a speech delay. Now I know I haven't talked about this enough on my channel, but Reese does have a speech delay. He is 2.5 and he does not say any words, and he is currently in therapy for it. And I recently learned that either being on a binky over the age of 1 or having a bottle over the age of 1 can cause a speech delay. It doesn't always, but it can. And I had a binky till I was 4, so to me that didn't matter. The only thing I've ever heard bad about having a bottle over the age of 1 is that their teeth are gonna be messed up. Now, I had braces. I don't care if his teeth are messed up. We can get braces. It's not that big of a deal. It was very much a comfort item to him to have a bottle. I didn't take it away until he was 2 years and like a month. And it was rough. It was a rough week. It went on for like 4 days and then it was fine. So I feel like it would just be really easier when they're 1 to just start them off and get them off a bottle at 1 and change it to a sippy cup, because for those 2 reasons specifically, but also I don't want to do bottles. Cleaning bottles sucks. And I do plan on breastfeeding, but I just have a feeling that I'm not gonna, because Reese, I barely did it because it didn't work. I plan on doing it a little bit longer, but I also plan on like doing both. Pretty much, I just want to get him off the bottle at 1 year old because for many reasons, but mainly because I want to prevent anything that can cause a speech delay, because I feel like it was partially my fault now with Reese's speech delay, even though it could definitely not have been. It doesn't have to be the reason that he had a speech delay. He could have had a speech delay even if I did take him off at 1 year old, but you never know, and I'm gonna take all precautions this time to try and prevent that. The next one is to stay in a high chair longer. With Reese, I got him out of a high chair at 2. It was last Christmas, so he was almost 2. He was a little bit under 2 years old. And the reason for that is because we went to a birthday party at his cousin's house and he refused to eat unless he was in a high chair, and they did not have a high chair because their son and daughters were both at the table. They had a kids table. The son was Reese's age and he sat at the table and ate, and Reese did not know how to do that. He didn't understand it and he just refused to eat. And so after that I was like, I don't want him to not be able to eat out in public if he doesn't have a high chair. So I changed him over to a table and he learned right away how to eat out of a table. But the problem with that is he now runs around while he's eating, and I don't really mind that much, but it's just really messy. And I've noticed that he just does better when he's in a high chair, and we don't have a high chair for him right now, so we just kind of have to stick it out with Reese and let him deal with being out of his seat, because he knows that that's where he needs to go eat, but he just gets up and it's really hard for him to finish a meal unless we're sitting there right next to him. He'll get up and run around, and even if we try, with his behavioral, not problems, but with his behavioral differences than normal kids, it's really hard to get him to just sit down and eat unless he's strapped in. And he doesn't mind being strapped in, we just don't have a high chair for him. So I'm gonna plan on keeping this baby in a high chair longer because I just think it benefits them more and it helps with meal times and all that kind of stuff. One thing I did notice that I actually liked about taking him out of a high chair though is that since he was able to get up when he wanted to, he did not throw his food as much. The next one is having more outside time early on. Now I didn't not do this with Reese, but I just don't think I had enough outside time with Reese. I definitely like had outside time with Reese. I did outside time almost every day, but now we have like a big play set and we have more things for them to do, and I just want Reese to be outside more, so obviously this baby is gonna have more outside time. So it's just something that I want to do. I just want to be outside more and just let him explore the world and not be so cautious about what's happening and him getting dirty and things like that. Obviously not when he's like a brand new baby, but as he gets, you know, crawling age, I want to let him be outside and explore. Okay, so this one sounds kind of dumb and it makes me feel really bad, but I want to start basic learning earlier, and that means like rainbow colors, numbers, letters, things like that. And I know this sounds like pretty much common sense, but I didn't know you were supposed to do it so early. I thought you start around like 1.5 years old, because before that, like, they don't really know, but they definitely can know. And Reese, I've always sang the alphabet to Reese. He loves it. He thinks it's so funny, and he still really enjoys the alphabet song. But he, like, again, it could just be him. It doesn't have to be like what I did wrong, but just so that I feel better, just basic learning. I didn't know there was a lot of things that I just didn't know that you had to teach your kid, which sounds really dumb, but like I just thought kind of some things they just kind of caught on to as you do it yourself. I didn't know you had to teach them like to blow a kiss, because we give them kisses all the time and you teach them kiss. You think you just teach them kiss in day-to-day life when you go like, oh, give me a kiss, give me a hug, but no, like you got to actually teach them. Like Reese just learned how to blow a kiss maybe a month or two ago, and apparently you blow a kiss around 13 months old, which he definitely was not doing. Hi and bye he used to do all the time, and he doesn't really do it anymore. I don't know if that's him being lazy or regressing or what. The next one is more sign language. I started teaching Reese sign language at the age of 1. I taught him more, but this time, since I'm already having to do sign with Reese for his therapy, I'm just also gonna sign to this baby. I'm just going to sign everything and talk. It's just like as if you speak Spanish and English in your household and they choose Spanish over English. They're still communicating with you, it's just in their own way. In babies' brains, it is so much easier to sign. It's using a different part of their brain, and it is just easier for them to sign at an early age. And I'd rather them be able to communicate with me, even if that's with their hands, than not communicate with me at all. I really wish that I had taught Reese more signs, even though I didn't know that he wasn't gonna talk super early. I just wish I would have taught him more signs so that he would be able to communicate with me more. I think it would help a lot with his frustrations. He's learned all done, which is really big help when it comes to cleanup. He's gotten a lot better with a bunch of things, but I just wish that I would have taught him more signs so that he could talk to us easier. For the next ones, I want to keep up with his baby book. I did keep up with Reese's up until he got around 6 months, and then I kind of started slacking. It's all filled out now, but I had to like update after a few months. So now I'm going to start now and actually do it, which now I'm thinking about it, I don't know where his baby book is. I bought one and I don't know where I put it. Well, I gotta find that. But I do want to start doing his baby book and do it on time every month, monthly. It does not take that long, I just need to actually do it. The next one sounds really silly, but I didn't do it with Reese, and that is finish the 1-year milestone photos. I got to month, I think 10 with Reese, and then I didn't do 11 or 12. Basically, I just want to finish the monthly photos, and I have actual like ideas this time instead of just a mat. I want to do like these each little individual photo shoots, so fingers crossed that I can actually achieve all those, because that would be really fun and so cute if I did. The next thing I want to do differently is take more professional photos like I planned to do with Reese. So I have this nice camera right here, and I planned on doing so many photos with Reese that I never ended up doing. I took a lot of photos with him on that camera, and then I just kind of stopped. I don't know really why. I think as he just got bigger, it just kind of got harder. But I really wish that I did those last few months of his like last half a year. I think I did it up till he was like 6 months, and then it kind of died down. Really hoping to actually do more, just so that I have them, because I have a bunch of pictures of him from my phone from those ages, but I just wish I had like nice high quality photos of him. The next one, it kind of is the same thing, and that is vlog more of our daily lives. I really planned on doing this with Reese. I planned on just like doing daily vlogs with a newborn and with the baby and things like that, and I ended up coming down with really bad postpartum depression the first month of his life, and it really made me like not want to film. I think I actually took a big break from YouTube at that point, and I wasn't really into YouTube that much at this point, but I had took a really big like break. I think it was like a 4-month break after he turned 1 month, and I just wasn't in the mood to film, and I don't know if that's gonna happen again, but I'm really hoping that it doesn't, because I feel like it'll just help me stay out of that funk, and I'm hoping that the things that I have planned to do just help me bring me out of that funk that I was in that first month of his life. I think this time it's gonna be a lot easier because I already have an idea of what's gonna happen and a routine that I know will work, sort of. You never know, I might freaking struggle really hard and take another break from YouTube, but I really hope I don't, because I think I've been doing really well with keeping up with YouTube. I've taken like, I think sometimes they're like 2 weeks apart, but other than that I think I've been doing really well since, I don't know, maybe March. I was really happy that I did that because it just makes me feel better. I love editing, I love filming, I love doing all this. The next one is baby wear. I really want a baby wear with this baby, especially with having a toddler, like having to carry him right here on this arm, and then, you know, with the toddler, I think wearing him will just make everything so much easier, running around with Reese and things like that, going to the store, just, I think it'll just make a lot of things easier. And Reese hated being in a baby carrier, so I'm hoping that this baby doesn't, and hopefully I like it, because if I don't like it, then I don't know. It's also gonna be summer, and I feel like it's just gonna be really hot. I think it's important, and I really want to try at least. The next one is have a set sleep schedule. I did not give Reese a set sleep schedule until very recently, like literally a few months ago. We put him down for bed around 8 to 10 o'clock. It's usually 8 o'clock, but he doesn't usually fall asleep till like 10, and he'll sleep sometime in the morning or later, mostly. So with this baby, I'm planning on from an early age starting a sleep schedule. I know babies are unpredictable, so I'm not planning on it working right away, but I'm at least trying to instill a sleep schedule with him. The next one is to not be so hard on myself if breastfeeding does not work out again. I think that was one of the biggest reasons why I fell into like a postpartum depression, is because breastfeeding just was not working out, and I did not want to stop. I always thought like when people stop breastfeeding they start crying. I always thought that was so weird, and I never understood why they cried, because I was like, it's fine, like it's not that big of a deal. It is truly like a bonding experience with your baby, and it is really rough when you have to stop. I was really hard on myself. I thought I was like failing, and I wasn't feeding him, and I wasn't giving him enough nutrients, and I wasn't giving him enough nutrients, and he was really skinny at 2 months. He was 7 pounds, and it was really hard on me seeing him that way, taking him to the hospital, to the ER, and I don't want to go through that again. So if I notice that he is not gaining, I'm going to switch to formula and do both. It's not meant to work out for everybody. As long as he's fed, that is best, and I will stand by that. The very last thing is I am not going to be quiet around this baby, ever. Not while they're sleeping, not while they're awake. No, we are going to be loud. Loud, do laundry, do vacuuming, do cleaning, do cooking, all that stuff while the baby is sleeping. Because for a while, Reese could not sleep if he heard me. He could sleep with everybody else, but when he heard me, he would wake up instantly, and I don't know why. He wouldn't wake up with his dad, he wouldn't wake up to somebody dropping something outside, but the minute he heard my voice, he was awake, and that was rough. Actually, I have one more thing I think I want to add, and that is accept more help. I was really stubborn with wanting to do things myself and not asking for help, and I did ask for help, but more so like I felt bad about asking for help. And now that I have a toddler and a newborn, I'm not gonna be afraid to ask for help or take help. I always just like, no, I got it, no, yeah, I'm fine, I got it. No, this time, oh, you want to help and hold my baby? Here you go. Like, please take him. Maybe I'll feel different when he's here, and I'll just want him all to myself, but I'm not worried about people offering me help and me taking it. I will gladly take your help. On that note, I think that is the last thing that I'm going to be doing differently, at least as of now. There might be more in the future that I don't realize I didn't know about. If you guys are also parents, comment down below something that you did different with your second child than you did your first child, or something that you will or would do different with your second child if you only have one. Hopefully that makes sense. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for any upcoming videos, because this baby will be here any day now, and I want you guys to all meet him. I think he's just gonna be the most precious little baby ever. Also follow me over on my Instagram so you guys don't miss, because I definitely will post him there a lot too. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys. I just talked for like 45 minutes straight. It's hard. God, I have a hiccup. That's hard. I'm out of breath.